Welcome to my MTV Cribs. It's a mess in here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so when you first walk in, you're hit with my studio table. And then to the right, I just have, literally, this is all from school. Just all the drawing supplies that I had to buy while I was in college. And then behind the studio table, we have, these are all pieces that I want to cover or like restart. And then this right here, this is from old art shows that I've been a part of. And then this is like Miss Creative stuff. And then these over here are pieces that I need to finish. And then if we move on to the left side of the room, these are all my finished pieces. And then this is the family utility closet. The everything closet, I guess you could say. And then we have this dresser, which is to the left of the door when you walk in. And these are also all finished pieces, except for that one. That one I'm working on. I just needed to move it out of the way. But that's finished. If you follow me on my socials, you've seen that one. And then these are all like personal pieces that I've done either now or in the past that like I wouldn't want to sell, so they get their own side. Okay, so let's do a more in-depth section. So let's start with the art table. By my art table, I have my art cart. I have all my acrylic paints, glue, that's oil stuff for oil paint. Just like, you know, all the paint stuff. Okay, and then down here I have a bunch more acrylic paint. And I think that's like gel to make it thicker. And then down here I have watercolors, oil paint. And I think there's oil paint back here as well. And then we have a lot of like acrylic mediums to like mix with the acrylic to give it different textures. And then we have our primers and finishers. So if we come back up to the table, disregard my tea. It's still settling. It was too hot to drink. But on this side, we have just like office supplies. So all my pens and pencils. And then like, this was all on my desk at school. And I honestly didn't know what to do with all of this stuff because like they're usable. And I use pencils to sketch anyway. So I was like, I'll just put it in here. So that's all of this stuff, just like office stuff. And this is also just more office stuff. Like there's rubber bands and paper clips and stuff. And then this, I was using it to hold some of my art supplies, but when I left this past year, it was just holding random stuff on my desk in my room. So now that's what it will do in here, just hold random stuff. If we move on, that's my water for my paintbrushes, my hot glue gun, scissors. This is also something that I bought while in school, but it was very useful when I was making the piece that I posted the other day. Okay, and so to the left side of the table is a lot going on. I know. Honestly, this stuff right here, they're for projects that I'm working on right now. So that's why they're still on the table. I would have like organized them. But this is a sketchbook down here. And then this is a pad for like your X-Acto knife and stuff. It's a little messy looking right now though. And then I have all my paint brushes and then my little what are they called? Palette knives, that's what they're called. And then sponge brushes, rulers, and then colored pencils. And then this cloth is for like wiping my hands or just wiping off the paint or whatever. And then I have my tape over here. And then back here we have like different mediums. So these are colored pencils. This is also acrylic paint. These are also colored pencils. I think I'm gonna give them to my friend because I don't really use colored pencils like that. And the Prismacolor pack, it doesn't have a lot of colors in it. These are like watercolor markers. These are soft pastels and then oil pastels. And then this bin carries paint markers. I can give you guys a little look-see. Got all my paint markers in there. There's not a lot, but Hopefully we can stock it up one day. And then this is like charcoal stuff. This is also from like rack it up from drawing classes in school. But yeah, and then this is just my little art on the go little palette. It just has what's in there? Pencils and erasers and just knick-knack drawing tools. These are my alcohol markers. I think my aunt got them for me from Amazon, but she got me these before I went away to school, and they're really nice. I love them. And then I bought this book in high school, and I only read it like twice. And then we get to behind the book. This is cardstock. This is tracing paper that I never used. I bought it for a class and then used it. I used it one time. This is more cardstock, and then this is a watercolor book in the back, but I just use it. I don't use it for watercolors. I'm not really a watercolor painter, so I just use it as thick paper because sometimes you need that thick paper. But yeah, that is my art table. Oh, I forgot my little chair. This is my little smock. It's just a big old t-shirt that I used when I was taking my painting classes. And I was like, well, it's still wearable, so it's here now. Yeah, but that's my table. Okay, moving on. I kind of already told you about this, what these are. They're just paintings that I've done or that I didn't finish that I don't really like, so they're getting covered and turned into something new. There's not a lot to go into detail about, but yeah. And then right next to them, I have some empty canvases. I just found this one yesterday, but there's just more behind the back. And then those are like wood panels that came from a shelf that I have in my bedroom, but I can't put them back in the shelf, so we're gonna paint on them now. And then to the left of them are paintings that I still need to finish. So some of them are old, some of them are more recent, but either way they need to get done. But then when you come up, this is where all our other supplies is. It's empty. Okay, this bin is empty. And then this bin has like MISC art fair stuff in it and like office supplies. So this is just old art fair stuff, some old prints. I did the art fair in high school, so this is all work that I did in high school. Yeah, so I'll probably like sell these if I ever go to another art fair for like, I'll have like a $5 bin or something. These are some hats that I did. I really love this one. This one stressed me out because I literally was still working on it the night before, because there was just so much that I had to do with it. And then this is another one. On the back of this one, I have these little graphics. Isn't that so cute? If we move on, so this bin is like MISC stuff. So we have my paint palettes. I don't have like a full like glass palette yet. I really want to get one. We have wire for like mixed media projects. My hot glue gun would usually go in here. This is another one. These are some fairy lights, some skewers. This is like construction paper and other paper. I think there's sand. Yeah, this is sandpaper from when I took my metalsmithing class. We have clay in here. Oh, brush cleaner. All my stickers. Well, all of my stickers that are in packs. I have other stickers in my room in a bin. This is like this like putty stuff. I use it to put my posters on the wall. I love that stuff. But yeah, that's all for this bin. Okay, if we move to the next bin, this is also like MISC 3D stuff. We have beads. This is string for making like bracelets and stuff like that. I think I used it to make waist beads. This is sewing stuff. This is like, oh, these are balloons. This is a little project. We got some bows, some more beads for bracelets. I have loose feathers in here because they were falling off my pajamas. I was like, well, I shouldn't throw them away. I should use them. And then we have ribbon and string. And then next to this bin, we have, this is all glitter. And then these are crystals. And then what is in here? Oh, this is more glitter. And then these are all my X-Acto knives. I shouldn't need an X-Acto knife for a while. These are needles for, I don't actually know what these were for, but I had to buy a pack of them apparently. And I only used one. Oh, maybe it was for this. It's for whatever this little craft was. And we needed to buy this separately. That's how they get you. They're like, oh, here's this fun little craft. And you don't have the tools for it, so you have to buy everything separately. But then I got hole punchers, pliers, just like more like mechanicals type tools. This is a blade, like a razor blade. You use that to scrape the paint off your palette. These are just clips and then a stapler. And then last but not least in this section, these are empty boxes. My friend, for my birthday, she put my gifts in there, and so I kept them. These are all just ribbon, and those are buttons. Oh no. These are buttons and like misc jewelry stuff, and then everything else in here is just, it's all ribbon. But yeah, that's all for this little section. Okay, last but not least, we have this little corner of the room. So as I stated before, this is like the family utility closet. It's got like clothes and games and just random stuff in there. But over here, we have all of my pieces that are finished. If you follow me on TikTok, well, if you follow my art page on TikTok, then you've probably seen a few of these pieces, like that one. And I think I posted that one too. But yeah. But there's just a few, just a little scan. But yeah, these are all like my original pieces. And then these are also all finished. That one actually is supposed to be on that side, but I need to get a varnish so I can cover it. Then all of these, as I said, they're just finished pieces that are more personal, so I wouldn't want to get rid of them at all. Yeah, so they're just kind of like in this section until I can do something with them. And then this right here is a sneak peek of a piece. This is a 3D piece that I'm doing. This is gonna take a hot minute to finish. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. And then if we move up this dresser, this lovely dresser, we have some more finished pieces up here. If you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you've seen this one. Well, my art pages, I should say. And then this one as well. These are more just finished pieces. These are just flat pieces that like you could frame or put on the wall. More like poster like pieces. People love that one. But yeah, my mind unconscious series. Unconscious mind. Why did I flip them? But yeah, I really loved this one. It's so fun and colorful. Okay, and then up here, this is a piece that I did in 10th grade. It was my first high school art class, and we had to do, what was it? It wasn't charcoal. We were using lead pencils, but we had to do like, we just had to do drawings with shadings or whatever. So we all picked a picture that we found, and then we did like the grid method, and we learned how to shade and stuff like that through the grid method. But this was the result that came out from that project. But yeah, I really love this drawing. It was one of the first realistic drawings that I've like ever done in my life. So it's definitely, and it was really good, so it's definitely like, it's close to my heart, so that's why it's up on the wall. Well guys, that's it for my little studio tour. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to see more of me. What's something that you guys think I should add into my art studio, whether it be like organizational or like decorative way? Because like, I mean, the walls are pretty bare. This is the only piece of decor that we have. If you guys have any like decoration ideas, let me know. Follow me on all my social medias. Links are all down below. Share this video with your friends if you're feeling extra. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their days. Bye.